Right then, Millennium Endurance Tour, Race 3, Canada, Motorsport Park, Kawasaki, Canada, K and K, no? Alright, just me then. Setup wise, really long corners on this track, mega long corners, and that double right-hander onto the back straight through the left-handed dip, a horrific corner. Wasn't quite sure where to go. The setup went for a strong front end and a nice balance everywhere else, but I picked the wrong tyres. I picked absolutely the wrong tyres. I went for the medium thinking the front end needed support, and it didn't. What it needed was grip. So qualifying and the race were both me running round with a cold front tyre, which was horrendous. Well, we got there. It took most of the session. We got there and we ended up on a 1:17.4, tenth of a second, just a tenth of a second in front of second place. As for the race, well, took a few chomps at this one. Didn't really play about with the setup too much, took a bit of front spring hardness off, left the rest of it there or thereabouts, and thought the heavy fuel load would compensate for the cold front tyre. Back tyre was okay, wasn't getting too warm, and that's what I went with. And it was horrendous, absolutely horrendous. Off the start, the AI went blasting past with 15 seconds into the race, and I'm nearly a second behind in fourth, and the AI just never stopped, absolutely never stopped. They were on it from the word go. It was the hardest endurance race I've done so far. I know I've turned the AI up to 105, but the jump from 100 to 105, I was winning endurance races by 10, 20, 30 seconds. No problem whatsoever. Not this one. Holy crap. It was horrendous. They just never stopped. And you'd get past one, and then the second one would have a go at you. But attempt one, into the pits, I've swapped to a soft front and a medium rear. The tyre wear on the rear tyre was very high and the front wasn't doing anything. I thought, no problem, I'll swap the tyres over. Full tank of gas, come out of the pits, 5 minutes left, and I'm 16 seconds behind. I was like, what? So I push, and that's what happened. Smashed. So, second attempt. Wasn't quite sure what to do, gone to a soft front tyre, know that's the way to do it now. Bang a bit more spring hardness on to support the tyre. Harder spring, more boing. On the back of the setup video, if you adjust the spring, remember to take the rebound, but rebound is compression, remember that. Take a bit of compression damping off just to calm that front end down. Into the race, attempt 2, and I'm just pushing too hard, I'm cutting corners, I'm on the curbs, I'm getting pinged off. Same curb, twice on the spin. Thankfully they were both on the first lap. Stupid mistakes by me. Attempt 4, finally, after 4 laps, catch up with the leader, get past, and she decides she's not happy with that. So stuffs it back up the inside. We stick with her, and it's a right ding dong. It's an absolute ding dong. And then some mentalist on a Yamaha comes to play, sticking it up the inside, ramming up the back and all sorts, throws me miles offline, and I ride up the side of 4th place. I thought, no problem, it's only 5-6 seconds, I can make that back up, and learnt a very harsh lesson. 3 does not go into 1 at the end of this straight. So, attempt 5, this was the one. Off the start, 4th place, nearly a second behind the leader. They really need to sort the starts out. They are horrendous. It's such a disadvantage that the AI rider can't get away, but we'll just deal with it. This was not easy. It was a difficult race. I've uploaded the full version without me droning all over it. It's non-stop. It is non-stop. Every single lap is just flat out. Absolutely flat out. Those 2 Canadians, Jessica Reynolds and Ellis Mercer, are savage on this track, and I pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. Any mistake was almost instantly punished, and it was just stressful, absolutely stressful. I needed to lie down after this, a genuine 20-minute snooze on the sofa. So we do catch her up, takes 5-6 minutes and 4 laps, and I had to work out how to set her up. I had to run really wide lines, carry loads of corner speed, and try and get past her somewhere where she just couldn't slam it back up the inside of me. So I thought, down into the bottom of here, I can sacrifice this corner to have the inside for this double right, and I can keep her on the outside. And it worked. I got past. But it wasn't quite as done as I thought it was. So Mr. Mercer wants to play again, and we know what happened last time. He stuffed it up the inside and it caused carnage, so here he is again. I thought, do I leave him or do I fight him? I chose to fight him, and I got away with it. I did get away with it. Not too hot into here. I thought, I just need to get away. I need to pull a gap. If they stuff it up the inside of me, they're going to peg me back. I need to try and get away. And I didn't get away. I did not get away, and it was just, every lap was flat out. Every single lap just flat out, non-stop, pushing, pushing, pushing. Mega stressful. I was quite happy when the time came, getting into a pit stop, and I lost my concentration, too deep in here, slid wide, Mercer sticks it up the inside, bang, straight across my line. My fault, should have gave him room, should have realised, didn't, thought, sod it, I'll see what happens. I'm 6 seconds behind, I'll go in the pits, stick a full tank of gas with it, went soft medium again, that was working, the tyre combination, full tank of gas, and I'll try and use power mode as much as I can, just to claw back a bit of time. But we're in 6th, we are 40 seconds down with a mid-30s pit stop time, so I had a 5-second gap to push to make up. Drafting up the back straight, remembered that last time I stuffed it on the inside and paid the price for it, so I thought I'll go around the outside, I'll just stick it around the outside and see what happens. How I wasn't off at that point, I do not know. I thought it was done, I was about ready to hit restart and carry on. These boys were quick, really quick. It was a genuine struggle to get past them. Risky up the inside, was far enough past him, clear, but they take a very tight line in here and stop it mid-corner. I like to try and carry a bit more corner speed, so I was wary of him coming back at me up the inside and losing the front. That seems to be their favourite trick. So we did catch Jessica Reynolds eventually, 3/4 of the way in, and we're back to this, trying to get past her in a place where she can't just come back past. We're on full power mode, we're using the extra grunt in the draft. As soon as I'm past, back to standard mode on the fuel, just in case I either make a mess of it or someone stuffs it back up the inside. And there's 10 minutes left, and this was the worst bit of the race, pushing. I've got a 0.8 of a second penalty and a 0.3 of a second lead. I knew I had to string it out, I had to pull a bigger gap and push and push and push. So last lap, and we have pulled a gap out, 3 and a bit seconds, but we've also got 1.6 seconds worth of penalties. Every time I pulled out enough of a gap, I'd run wide, another 0.2, another 0.3. Just this race, it never gave in. If it wasn't the AI, it was the bloody track just pinging me for running a wheel width over the white line. You can have 0.3 of a second. So yeah, stressful, very stressful, but at the same time, mega rewarding. I'll probably try it on a different bike, see if I get any better results, but yeah, this one, it was a good one. I enjoyed it, honest. Just under a second at the end, so it's done. It's a gold medal, it's ticked off, and we can move on. next time, what are we doing? Well, doing endurance race after endurance race is a bit tiresome, so we're going to go and play on the Desmo Sedici and see if we can't tick that one off. Thanks for watching, stay safe, smash that like button, I'll see you again soon, peace.